It's Monday, November 17th, 2008. From 88.1 KZSC, you're connected to Meet the Music. I'm Raphael Villet. Last night, I interviewed Brian J. from the Pimps of Joytime. They are a soul-funk pop band from Brooklyn, but soul, funk, and pop are not enough to define who they are. This band stretches across genres like I've never seen before. While at their core, they are funk, they seem to experiment with rock, samba, Afrobeat, and even hip-hop. The band's members come up from a variety of musical backgrounds, each crafting their talents to make the sound that is the Pimps of Joytime. As a non-commercial educational radio station, KZSC supports free expression of ideas. Please be aware that the opinions expressed are those of the speakers or artists only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the UC Regents, KZSC staff, management, or underwriters. We welcome your feedback on our programming. Please direct your comments to the Program Review Committee by calling 831-459-4726 or emailing prc@kzsc.org. You are listening to Meet the Music on the Great 88 KZSC. I spent a great amount of time last night talking to Brian J. from the Pimps of Joytime about the sound of his band. As you've probably heard already in the last song I played, Street Sound, the band's style fuses different genres together in a very unique way. Here is Brian talking a bit about that and what it means to him. Anybody that is familiar with your band's music knows that you guys are all over the place. I want to know first, why is there this crossbreeding of styles and genres?
All of us, we love so many different styles. But at the end of the day, for me, it's all funky. It's all funky music, whether we're messing with Afrobeat or Second Line or Latin, Afro-Cuban. And more it's starting to blend into this thing that's just becoming, this is what we do. I don't even think anymore about, like, oh, what genre are we doing now? Mm-hmm. It's just, to me, it's all funky. Mm-hmm. And as we play together more and more, we've been together a little over 3 years, it is starting to just become its own kind of style. There's a lot of rhythm, congas, there's a lot of percussion, funky drumming. So, yeah, I would say from the get-go, we definitely... I mean, the vision behind Pimps of Joytime for me, this was like coming home. This is what I love. I love making people dance. So just at the end of the day, it's like, yo, I want to party and I want to have a fun situation. And that's what I want to spend the next 5 years or however long it's going to be. For me, it's a healing thing, you know, when you get the body moving and just that soulful thing, it's really spiritual. Even though you may not, you know, from the lyrics, it sounds like sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's a party thing, but for me, it is a spiritual thing as well.
Spiritual in what sense?
That soul music and funk, I mean, funk is rhythm-based. It came from, you know, if you go way back, it's from Africa, and it's a ceremonial thing, and it was used to call spirits. And I still think, even though I may not know what particular beats are calling what spirits, I think on some level that a lot of the rhythms, when they're done right, which they're not usually, you have to go deep. And I don't think a lot of people do. But when you start to knock on the door of that thing, there is some kind of spiritual, I don't know. I think it does kind of connect with some kind of spirit. I know the Afro-Cuban because I studied that and I used to play a little Afro music. And the guy told me, when you play this rhythm right, the gods will actually come and, you know, there's possessions and all kinds of crazy.
Jeez.
The thing that I really got out of it is like when you really get that rhythm right, when you really get it that deep, crazy things happen. So that's definitely, you know, where I want to go with this thing in terms of, I don't even know about people getting possessed or anything like that,
right.
But I want to get to, like, people need healing, you know, and I think dancing and funky rhythms and harmonies and good playing, but it's an enriching thing that I know I love it. You know, I always just try to create, when I go to a show, you know, like, whether it be like, I used to see Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers, like all kinds of great stuff, Meters. That's what I want to do to people. Like what has been done to me when I go see a great show and I'm feeling good for like a week after. If I can do that to people, then, you know, that's all right.
Welcome back to the show.
It's hard for me to really think in terms of...
We have just received one single ticket. It's not a pair, but it is a single ticket for the Pimps of Joytime, and they're playing at Moe's Alley this Thursday with Trip Delight Fantastic and DJ Kikoman and Hypnotica. So if you want that ticket, go ahead and call in and call in and answer this question: where are the Pimps of Joytime from?
Let's dance in the road. The conviction breathless and gone, baby. Your love is my gold.
All right, another amazing track from the Pimps of Joytime. That song was called My Gold. Once again, we have a ticket giveaway. One single ticket to the Pimps of Joytime playing at Moe's Alley this Thursday. The phone number for that is 831-459-4036. Please call in and tell me where the band is from. All right, we're going to continue the interview.
It's hard for me to even think in terms of genres and styles because, like, the music is just swirling around in my head, you know, and it is something that we live and breathe, especially, you know, in the last year. So it's, for me, you know, doing music is just like, you know, having a conversation or, you know, whatever. Like, if you're an artist and you paint every day, like, you're not thinking about the genre you're painting. It's just, you're more kind of just in the thick of the colors and the brush strokes and things like that. And I got a feeling like after the next album, possibly a little further in the future, that there's going to be a Pimps of Joytime that's going to become kind of a genre. Because this whole, like, genre mixing thing, it'll be less considered as like, oh, they do like a little Afro-Cuban, a little blues, it'll be more like, oh, it's a Pimps of Joytime kind of thing.
Tell me a bit about your musical upbringing as far as learning.
That's actually still going, the learning process.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, the main influence was my dad, who was a real fan of a lot of, like, 50s rock and roll, blues, you know, Ray Charles, Otis Redding, Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, a lot of New Orleans stuff, and he loved it. You know, he used to play the records, and I just got exposed at a really young age to the music. And I was always musical, like from the get-go, like from the crib. I mean, I started playing around age 10 or 11, but I had already really been into music before then. I had like my own little record player, and I used to pretend I was a DJ, stuff like that, you know.
All right. When did you start actually making music?
Well, I started on drums when I was about 10. And then at a certain point, I was like, you know, I really want to be in the front of the stage. So that's when I started learning guitar. But I really kept both of them going. But, you know, I excelled guitar. I really put a lot of energy into it. But I had to keep the drums going so my parents wouldn't think that I started something and quit.
Uh-huh.
So I had to kind of hustle them on that. I'm like, I'm not quitting the drums. I'm going to keep going. I just want to add guitar. Because they had gotten me a drum set and a teacher and stuff.
Well, that's awesome that you definitely had the support from your parents.
Yeah, yep. They were like, you know you're going to have to get a real career. That was a constant reminder because they saw I was getting really serious about music. So they would be like, all right. For me, it's taken a while to really get the right things going on in my life personally. Like, I had to grow up as a human being because I always felt like my musicality was beyond my... Being an artist is more than just being... more than talent. You have to have your things together as a human being to be able to... That's why a lot of musicians, you know, they die young, or they get wasted, and they can't, you know, they fall off because there's really got to be a balance. So that's why, you know, it took me a minute to get those things together, and I took my time with it. But, you know, it's good that now I feel musically success is starting to happen. Like, I really like some of the stuff I'm doing. I love the direction. And I love the people I'm working with. So now, you know, it'd be nice to get a little bread, you know, a little money in the bank, a little savings account. But
how do you guys find the West Coast?
The West Coast is a lot of fun. You just have a good rapport with the people there. We always get that situation where they're very supportive and they want to hear us experiment a little bit. They want to hear us really do it. I like that feeling. Because New York, you got to come out like hitting hard, and you got to hit them. You know, California's a little more chill, and they're like, yeah, give us something good. We're ready to go with you on a little journey. So
okay.
Take us there.
You hinted earlier to a new album coming out. Tell me a bit about that.
I'm really excited about it because I think it's by far the best thing to come out of my studio. It's mature. Like, it really has a unified sound. It's a lot of flavor. There's good songs and some really good special guests that I can't give it away because we haven't even cleared all the technical stuff that goes on with labels when you have. But there's going to be some cameos.
Uh-oh.
Yes. And it's not just the fact of like, oh, they're on there. It's like they're killing it. And it's good. It's definitely some old school guys coming and getting with the new kids coming up with the funky things in Brooklyn.
Cool, man. That's
yeah.
so cool. When can we look forward to that?
Well, I want to try to finish the album in the next 6 weeks.
How did you guys culminate?
Well,
welcome back to the show. This week's interview is with Brian J. from the Pimps of Joytime. The song we're about to play is called Bonita. The band is playing this Thursday, the 20th, here in Santa Cruz at Moe's Alley, along with Trip Delight and DJ Kiko Man. Sorry, John Lawrence. Congratulations on winning that ticket. All right, here's Bonita.
Can't stop that mumble run. I'm on Taylor.
KZSC thanks El Pollo Loco restaurant for their support. El Pollo Loco specializes in Mexican flame-grilled chicken marinated in citrus herbs and spices, served with warm tortillas and an assortment of sides and salsas prepared fresh daily. El Pollo Loco also offers burritos, tacos, quesadillas, and much more. Open every day for dine-in or takeout from 9 a.m. until 10 p.m. El Pollo Loco is located at 712 Front Street by Riverwalk Plaza next to Trader Joe's in downtown Santa Cruz. El Pollo Loco may be reached at 420-1600 or on the web at elpolloloco.com. How did you guys culminate?
Well, I started with Hagar, the bass player. We just met just at a club that we used to play at. And then I had been working on my album. When it was time to put the band together, I approached her. No one sees Pimps of Joytime show and not says something about the incredible bass player. Because she's just one of a kind. She's just superstar bass player. A lot of guys, I think, are kind of awestruck by it because she gets this sensual thing in her, and it has to do with her and her playing and the energy. It's definitely something unique. And Chauncey is the conga player, singer, he MCs, and he comes from a hip-hop background, but then he started getting deeply into percussion. He's kind of also like my right-hand man on stage, like we kind of front the band together. Chauncey with the congas brings that kind of tribal thing, you know, and brings that flavor, that kind of Afro beat, the Afro-Cuban. Matiana is the woman that does the sampler, percussion, and sings. We met also in the neighborhood, you know, because we do these little jam sessions sometimes, just a little collective called Soul Survivor, and we play at little spots around Brooklyn, you know, more for fun than anything, just to be out there doing it, and we can do whatever we want. We improvise, we can do covers, and she just started coming around all the time and singing, sitting in, and she can really sing, and at a certain point, a year, I was like, listen, what do you think, you know? You want to roll with Pimps of Joytime? She's like, yes, I am in. I'm like, you're going to have to learn the sampler. She's like, cool, I'm down. And she did. She does a great job.
Cool.
And she brings a really strong vocal thing as well. And the drummer, you know, like, I guess in Facebook when there's no photo and it's just a question mark.
Yeah.
That's kind of, we play with, this band has had 9 drummers.
Jeez.
It's deceptively simple. It seems simple, but it's really not. And there's only a few people that can hold the gig down, and they're either very expensive to hire or really busy. But we got a couple guys now. I would say we have 4 drummers we're working with currently. So depending on what gig, it's one of the 4 drummers. And
so is it your pickiness, or is it like... I mean, that's a lot of drummers.
It is. The thing is about everything I've been talking about rhythm and soul and funk, that it really is deceptively simple. Like, to really hold down a funky groove on the drums, like really funky. When I say funky, I mean like when you hear loops, like hip-hop loops that are breakbeat, that were sampled off like one of James Brown drummers or some, that's really funky drummer. It's just really hard to do. People think, a lot of drummers think they're doing it, but they're not really. And when it's done right, it feels so good. I mean, it's a thing that you feel all over, and that's the thing that makes people dance, is when that drummer can really get into the pocket and groove it. And that's a deep thing. So if you think you, by the way, since this is on the radio, if you think you are that person, I'll open. I'll check it out. MySpace.com/Pimps of Joytime.
All right, well then there it is. That's the call out to any good drum players that are looking to play with an awesome band. Pimps of Joytime.
But with this said, the cats that we're playing, like we're going to be up at Mo's Alley, and we're going to be there with this cat, Patrick Wood. He's a fine drummer. He's going to hold it down. Like, these gigs are going to be good. He's working with a couple bands. It's tricky, man. It's tricky because it's that combination of I'm trying to pay rent, and so, you know, cats go on tour, that thing. So, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully when we speak next time, I'll be talking about one particular person that I'm like, oh, this is our guy or girl, and they're killing it. So that's what it is.
You're listening to Meet the Music. I'm Raphael Villet. For those of you just tuning in, we are listening to an interview with Brian J. from the Brooklyn-based band Pimps of Joytime. Just to give you an idea of how fast this band is climbing, their last album, High Steppin', featured a song with Cyrus Novell, a former member of the New Orleans-based band The Meters. Here's that song. It's called H2O.
Dry, I need it on the spot. It gotta be clean, it's gotta be pure. Don't wanna see no hypodermis washing up on the shore. Corporations taking water rights, cheating the poor. I used to get it from the tap, now I get it from stores. H2O is a necessity, a universal solvent essential for humanity. 1 part hydrogen, 2 parts oxygen. Check your periodic table of elements and respect that. Respect that. Hey yo, Sarah Level, tell the people where it's at.
Our children are our future, our blessed seed. Unpolluted water is what they'll need to live, to learn, to grow on. Let the waters of life continue to flow.
While many Americans are aware of the importance of breastfeeding, our nation has one of the lowest rates in the developed world. Currently, only 33% of today's American mothers are breastfeeding. The federal government has set a goal to increase this number to 50% by the year 2010. Recent studies showed that babies are less likely to develop ear infections or respiratory illness when breastfed exclusively for 6 months. Also, breastfed babies may be less likely to be obese in childhood. For more information on the benefits of breastfeeding, check the Department of Health and Human Services website at www.4, that's the number 4, woman.gov. Who are you into right now? Can you give me a couple of bands, maybe small or even big? Just who are you into, like current bands?
Chico Man. Chico Man is a band out of Brooklyn. It's Afrobeat, but it's electro Afrobeat, and he's just a really creative producer. Then there's a band called Tickler, and that's this guy Victor Axelrod. I've just been in New Orleans, and I got the chance to really hang with Art Neville a whole bunch, just chilling at his house, listening to music, and he put me on to this unreleased Meters live show that he just had a CD of from 1975.
Cool. The Meters are awesome.
And this, I always liked the Meters, but this was a whole, I got to try to convince him to have this live show released because it's a whole nother level. It was just I don't even know. I'm so blown away by this concert right now that it doesn't even sound like a concert. It sounds like some kind of juke joint or something like that. Well, I'm working on a record with Cyril Neville. It's a blues record, although it does sort of push the boundaries of what you call traditional blues. But I've had a relationship with him now for like 12 years, and he did something for me on my last record. We kind of wrote a song together, and he was featured. And, you know, he just called me up, and he's like, yo, bro, I want to do a blues record. I want you to do it with me. So that started that, and that was a few months ago. And since then, I made 2 trips to Austin, because he's living in Austin. And we started putting this record together. And that's this last trip to New Orleans, that's how I got linked up with Art Neville, Ivan Neville, Ian. I'm getting all these guys. Like, I just have my little suitcase with a computer, my little mobile studio. And I was able to go around and, like, get some of these guys on the record. And it's going to be nice, man. It's going to be... And for me, it's a good thing to do something other than Pimps of Joytime, because it just, especially being able to hang with these legendary artists, you know, just old school cats, you know, that really sing. Like, this is another level of singing. It's not the kind of thing you're going to go to Mercury Lounge or, you know, whatever little club and hear. Like, and to be able to work with these guys up close is, for me, because I'm still a student with this whole thing, you know, there's levels that I have yet to reach, that being around cats like that, there's no college education or any kind of thing that can replace that. So, and it's cool, and at the same time, I'm able to bring something to the fold because I'm kind of bringing this Brooklyn vibe. You know, there's this whole thing going on here of cats producing in a more old school style and checking out the way cats used to play in the 60s and 70s, and the production style. And, you know, that's part of Amy Winehouse's album. That was engineered by Gabe Ross, he's just a cat in Brooklyn who's, you know, started producing stuff really lo-fi. Like, you know, he'd be like, man, I just record drums with one mic. Like that kind of lo-fi, like really rough-sounding stuff. And then, you know, he started doing the Sharon Jones and the Dap Tones, Dap King. And it's just kind of a scene here of cats doing that. But it's not just a trick to sound old. It's more like we love that sound, and we're going to still play great. We're going to really bring it musically. We just like that kind of old school sound coming out of the speakers. So for me to be able to bring that to a blues record is cool, and it really fits, because think of the best blues you ever heard. Like, whatever, I don't care who it is who loves blues, their favorite album was not made after 1980. I can guarantee it. because the best sounding blues records were made between, 1950 and, late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm producing the Cero record with a little of that attitude. It's rough. The drums are a little distorted, and, it's a little rough sounding.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing something like that. You guys are playing at Moe's Alley this Thursday?
I think it's going to be fun. Moe's Alley it's a good spot, It's a good spot.
Yeah.
So they got a good sound system there. And, we can try to make a little party. Make it happen. I'd love to see Santa Cruz's finest. Or not the finest, Hey, just anybody who want to have a party and have a good time.
Yeah.
And, dance. I'd like to see some dancers, some good dancers.
All right, I guess that's the end of the interview. Sorry, it cut out a bit. Yeah, that's it. If you want to check out some more of the Pimps of Joytime music, go to myspace.com/pimpsofjoytime. If you have any comments or questions for me, and if you would like to tell me of a great band, local or just one that's coming through Santa Cruz, go ahead and check out the Facebook group Meet the Music. Just do the search and become a member. Yeah, I'm gonna play a couple more songs of the Pimps of Joytime, and then maybe some of the meters as an ode to Cyrus and Art Neville. Neville, sorry. All right, here we go.
And we will come in soft hands.
Yes.
Woo! With no unchanging hand. And we will come in soft hands.
Yes.
Woo! With no unchanging hand. And we will come in soft hands. Woo! With no unchanging hand. And we will come in soft hands. Woo! With no unchanging hand. And we will come in soft hands. Woo! With no unchanging hand. And we will come in soft hands. Woo! With no unchanging hand.
Leaf of some unknown tree.
That was a very funky title track from the Pimps of Joytime High Steppin' album. Up next, we're going to play good old funk music from the Meters. Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everybody here
来纪念。
That was a pretty funky song. We're going to play another Pimps of Joytime song. It's called San Francisco Bound.
If you do not believe, look at October.
right, that's it for today's show. Tune in next week. Hopefully I'm trying to get Mowgli and the Monsters to come in, talk, and also perform a show. All right, I'm going to cut out with a song from the Meters. It's called Rigor Mortis.